New Author Toolset Tuesday, Day 100. Love Day 100 of the 2-Minute Author Challenge. Today's quote comes from Zig Ziglar, and it's one of my favorites. Anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone else would understand if you fell apart? That's true strength. Amen, Mr. Ziglar. Hi there, my name is Christopher D. Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to publish a book with ease. And one of the biggest tools that I use is perseverance. Because it's always easiest to give up. It's always the easier path. And yet, the road to our dreams, the road to the vision that we have for our life means we're going to have to do some things that may be a little uncomfortable, or maybe they're a lot uncomfortable. Whether easy or hard, they will, almost with a guarantee, take us well outside our comfort zone. And that's a really, really good thing. So with that, I want to sort of get underway with today's message. And to do that, I want you to think about the last time that you set a goal for yourself and then you had a hard time getting there. You decided that maybe the easiest thing to do was to quit. And now ask yourself why. Was it because, well, it was just simpler? Was it or was it because things were too hard? Was it too difficult, at least in your own mind? Were you afraid of something? Were you afraid of, afraid of failure perhaps, or even worse can be the fear of success, right? Well, what happens if this works? What happens then? There's all kinds of different levels of fear. So if there was one of those that applied to you, then make a note of that. So, and really the question we're asking is, was the challenge honestly too difficult? Or is it simply that you wanted to give up easy, because that was just the easiest road? So these are difficult questions, I get that. But they're also vital that we answer them so that we can deal with our own lives in a very different way in the future. Because if we never get to that place where we're going to push through the difficulties, we're never going to achieve the dreams that we want. So writing and publishing my very first book was really hard because there were so many things I didn't know. And yet I refused to allow my fear of any of those things stop me. And believe me, it would have been really easy to do that. And there was lots of times where it's like, man, this is really tough. I don't know this, or I don't know that, or I'm afraid of what'll happen if I fail. I'm afraid of what'll happen if I actually get this thing out in the world. Oh my goodness, people will actually give me their opinions. What happens then? Oh my goodness. There was a ton of fear around all kinds of stuff. Ultimately, I made the decision to not care about any of them. And, like almost all fears, there are a couple that probably might be considered valid, but most fears are just things that we make up in our own head. They don't actually exist. They're not real. They're not based in any sense of reality. They're simply the fact that we, as human beings, tend to want to be afraid of things we don't know. So when we're doing things for the very first time, our instant and sort of traditional path is always to be afraid of things when there's no reason to be. There really isn't. But as I mentioned, quitting is always the easiest thing to do. But that path to true fulfillment, there's only one way to get there, and that's to not be afraid, to do the things, to grab our courage and do the things that are hard. Kennedy had a great speech about that. We do these things not because they're easy, but because they are hard, right? Grab onto some of that. Perseverance, determination. Those are the tools to grab onto and help you through those difficult moments. Because on the other side of those difficult moments is success, in whatever fashion that looks for you. So if you're writing your book, it looks like, I met my word count today. I'm finished my first draft today. I published my book today. Imagine, I get tingles just thinking about this. Imagine that you hit that magic empowering button on Amazon's KDP dashboard, publish. And within a few minutes, your book is live and for sale on the Amazon platform. That's a massive deal. That's something to be incredibly proud of, no matter if nobody ever buys your book or not, because you have done the thing that so many people will never do. And your book will sell. I mean, you're literally living your worst fear in the moment. Oh my goodness, no one's ever going to buy my book. Well, they can't if you don't give them an opportunity to buy it, right? Plain and simple. So there's all these things we need to persevere through. And when we do it, all the rewards come through. And if we're having particular troubles, like the section of the quote from Ziglar that says, to hold it together when everyone else would understand if we fell apart, That's true strength. Because we always have some reason that might be, rather compelling. Writing while my wife was going through breast cancer treatment was not an easy thing. And yet I persevered. Doing the hard things through the hard times are the things that make it easier the next time. They really, really are. And here's the bottom line truth. I am capable of far, far more than I think I am on any given day. I really am. Like even on my best day, I'm capable of orders of magnitude more, truly. So, but on the days where I'm not feeling that empowered or not feeling that amazing, I need to grab onto my courage. I need to grab onto my faith that I will get through whatever this difficult moment is. I need to simply take one more step than I think I'm capable of in that moment, because here's the thing. I always am capable of one more step. I can always do it. Always. And here's the thing. So can you. Whatever is true for me is also true for you, because there ain't nothing special about me. I simply have learned a few tools to get me through some of those difficult days. And that really is the list. Grab onto my courage, pull on my big boy pants, grab onto my faith that I'm actually capable of doing this, and take one more step every single moment that I think I can't. One more step. And I get there. That is the path to fulfilling any dream, really. Right there in a nutshell. So if I can do it, so can you. Just simply decide that you must. Decide that you must, and you will. All right? Simple as that. I hate to say it. It really is as simple as that. But making that one decision will change everything in your world. It really, really will. So if any of this resonated for you, I'd love to hear how it did and what that was in the chat. I would also love for you to share this with your family, your friends on social media. I would love that. And more than any of those things, I would appreciate it if you would connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all those Twitter, all those accounts. And you can find all of my social media platforms, social media accounts on all the platforms at sleekbio.com/Christopher. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you have a fabulously empowered and courageous rest of your day, because we all possess that true strength inside us that Zig Ziglar is talking about, even on our worst days. We truly do. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3. Bye for now.